Listen, we going live, right? We gonna start the first one off. We going live because we trying to drive the traffic to our pages on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You hear me? So I want everybody to just tune in. We giving out game. This is the Bitcoin and Bourbon.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So listen, before we go any further, right? Our introduction. I want y'all to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Y'all want to be notified when we, cause this is valuable game we giving y'all. But without further introduction, my name is Crypto Jones, but everybody call me Bitcoin Block.
Hey, can they see me on this one?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that.
Okay, my phone. There
we go. What about this one, G Money?
Oh damn. Okay, I'm sorry. My fault, y'all.
Hey, this our first time.
We getting it started.
Yeah, we getting it started, getting the party started. So yeah, go ahead and reintroduce
yourself, right? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Crypto Jones, aka Bitcoin Block.
My name is Marty Jones, aka the Side Stacker, Coach MJ 21.
And this is Bitcoin Bourbon. This is the first episode where, like, we started this podcast, right, and just in hopes of just we getting a message out there to people. We really getting a message out there to people. We want everybody should have this game. Everybody. That's why we started Bitcoin and Bourbon. The Bourbon is just basically because Bourbon is an asset. FYI for anybody that didn't know.
Yeah, this stuff. So the crazy stuff thing about this stuff is. This is Buffalo Trace right here. So you can get this for around 25. You can pay 35, 45, 55. You can pay all the way up to $65 for this stuff, depending on where you get it. This thing has risen in value. All bourbons have risen. All good bourbons have risen in value over the years. It's become truly an asset. So we're gonna be sipping on some Buffalo Trace tonight. And again. Welcome to Bitcoin and Bourbon. We are so happy that you're taking time out of your evening to be with us, to vibe with us, to rock with us. We're going to be sharing a lot of valuable content, a lot of valuable information, and it's going to change your life. It's going to change your life. So this is a little bit of a teaser because we want you guys to reach out to your friends, your family, and tell them what's coming. We don't want anybody to miss any of this content. Not one red cent, one red second. I'm telling you.
Period.
Like my brother said earlier in a teaser before we went live. He said we're not shilling anything. Nothing at all.
We ain't trying to sell you nothing.
We just giving you our experience through our eyes, through our lens, and giving you the game. Giving you the game. Say each one, teach one.
You should be buying Bitcoin. See, we went down to the conference, right? We just came back from the conference.
Just came back from the conference.
Oh, man. When I say explosive, like, we met some good people. Y'all see it in my pictures. We met Jack. We met Larry. We met Coach JV, who ecosystem we will be in here soon. We met, man, we met anybody that's somebody. But what you get out of the conference, like, tell them what we really went down there for. Like,
man, so was this your first conference?
That was my first conference ever.
So I brought my brother down the rabbit hole with me, even before we went to this conference. When I first met him in the gym, and I loved his energy, I loved his vibe, and I told him about this thing called Bitcoin. And the one thing I love about Bitcoin Block, Crypto Jones, my brother, one thing I love. He did not hesitate. When I gave him the game, it was like, boom, no hesitation. And then he went into the rabbit hole with me, and he did his homework. And it changed his life, it changed his family's life. But one of the things I told him, I said, hey, we going to the Bitcoin conference. I've been to several different type conferences, and I knew what this was going to do for him. I knew it, and I was excited. I was more excited for him to go than even myself. And so we met some amazing people. I mean, some absolutely amazing people, some like-minded thinkers, people who were highly successful, willing to reach out and lend a helping hand and share their success story.
And they still communicate to this day.
To this day, we not only did we meet them, we connected with them. Our whole mission was to go down there. We said, listen, man, it's Vegas, and of course, it's one of the party capitals of the world, maybe the party capital of the world. Well, maybe Ibiza is. If y'all heard of Ibiza in Spain, they said that's off the chain. But here domestically, Vegas might be the party capital of the world. But I said we can come to Vegas anytime to party and have a good time. We're here to connect. And we're here for business so we can get better. And that's exactly what we did.
And we made like because of him, before we get into Bitcoin, we just giving you a brief what really going on, because of him, I ain't hesitate as you saw, because Bitcoin, right? And I just want everybody to understand this, right? My comparison to Bitcoin is just the sun. Like if you know how powerful the sun is, that's how powerful Bitcoin is. And then, we're going to get more in depth into it, but when I went to the conference, mind you, I got over 10,000 hours alone just with the research and studying of Bitcoin. So when I went down there, when I say it was an eye-opener, people down there really, and I say this to just say this ain't no negativity towards no one, right? Where I was around multi-millionaire and billionaires, right? Where the main thing they said, because this man always said this about me, he said, bro, your energy. It's your energy. And that's all I'm going to do. We're going to give y'all nothing but pure energy. I'm going to give y'all me, because I want anybody that's on this live, and anybody will tell you, me, I was giving this game out literally since he been giving it to me. I was just, It was to the point I lost my hair. I was pulling my hair out trying to get this game. But it's now y'all gonna really get it. And I had a great time. I consider him my brother, my mentor, but not just that, I consider him my life. Cause I was in a dark place when I met this man. And my energy, out of everything he met, it was my energy first. And he brought me out that slump. And once I went down that rabbit hole, man, I'm still down there with Bugs Bunny right now. now.
We turn around, we see the light, and we're like, nah, we're gonna keep on digging. It's more fruit to bear down here in this rabbit hole. So Bitcoin and bourbon. We sipping on some Buffalo Trace. We sipping on this with a block of ice. So wait a minute. So you got a story that needs to be told. Where did you go?
I ain't gonna say the bar. I'm gonna just say, look, I went to a urban spot here where I asked for an old fashioned, and I guess I don't know, cause I guess I look young. She was like old fashioned. Man, she brought me an old fashioned out with crushed ice. Oh my God.
People, all right, if you know anything about bourbon, all right, you never, ever, ever serve or drink bourbon over crushed ice.
Period.
You drink it neat, which is no ice at all. If you want it on a block, we got a block of ice or a sphere. Okay, that's the only way. That's like putting salad dressing on a hot dog. Who would do that? Right? So if you ever go to a bar and you ask for an old fashioned or a bourbon on the rocks, and they give you crushed ice, leave. Okay, I don't care what place it is. Leave. So yeah, this is good over a block of ice. Buffalo Trace is actually good in a old fashioned. It's also good neat. So,
and I know y'all probably wonder, right? Okay, they're talking about bourbon. Asset, man. The whole reason we started this podcast, right? Because Bitcoin. Like I said, we ain't gonna go in depth, we ain't gonna go in detail, but
not today.
We need y'all to understand this. Asset. I just want everybody out there. If you don't do nothing for me today, right? Whether you got $5, $3, $10, $25, right? I want you to just go buy some Bitcoin. Whether it's on Cash App, Coinbase. Everybody has Cash App, I think. You can buy it on PayPal too. And Venmo.
Yeah.
It's accessible everywhere, right?
Yes.
Because that's what I want y'all to get from this, right? It's urgent that you buy, because we got a saying, get off zero. Get off zero.
I don't care. I'm sorry, Block. You got to get off zero. And listen, if you skeptical, I don't know about this Bitcoin thing. Listen, I'm telling you, each and every one of you that's watching this, you have wasted money on something. You have. We have. Nobody on this planet Earth is immune to not wasting money on something. You take what you're comfortable, okay? If you comfortable, let's say some of y'all going to Hard Rock or going to the casino, whatever you would feel comfortable going and losing at the casino, get off zero and buy you some Bitcoin.
And speaking of that, the casino, right? I'll tell everybody this. Bitcoin is not a get-rich scheme quick thing. People, please, if you're looking to get rich overnight, play the number or go to the casino like he said. This is for the long term, people. I want everybody to please, as an asset, understand, liabilities is a short-term thought process. We're not here to put you in that. We are here to put you in a long-term process where just getting off zero, right? You're gonna be legendary. Even if it's $10, even if you put just $10 in Bitcoin and you don't do nothing else to it, you don't study it or nothing, you still gonna be legendary because you did the number one rule that 88% of the world is not doing.
Yeah.
Getting off zero.
Get off zero. You gotta get off zero.
Period.
And here's the thing. The crazy thing about Bitcoin, it is a long-term game. You know, if you, like he said, if you want to get rich quick, go play the lottery, go to the casino. You can get rich like that. Depending on how many lottery tickets. If you spend like a year buying lottery tickets, that's not getting rich quick. But Bitcoin can get you rich like that quick.
That quick.
It really can. But we don't want to put that in your head because you got to understand. We want you to understand the long-term ramifications of what Bitcoin is, what it does as an asset. I'm telling you, and this is what has made me fall in love with this thing called Bitcoin. The moment that I started living my life, don't miss this, was the moment that I realized what I was put on this earth to do. I was born in 1973.
OG.
But I didn't start living until I was around maybe 35. I was born in 1973, but I didn't start living until I was about 35 years old. Because that was when I realized what I was put on this earth to do. And what God put me on this earth to do was to teach, educate, motivate, and inspire. Right? And there is nothing more inspiring, there is nothing more inspirational than Bitcoin and this blockchain technology. Because for the first time in humanity, anyone, no matter if you're at the top of the food chain or at the very bottom of the food chain, you can own an asset that can change your family's life forever. Forever. And see, here's the funny thing about this, and this is what I've understood about assets and accumulating wealth. The big boys, they don't want us at the table with them. They don't want us sitting at the table. And see, this is the first time retail has had an opportunity to front run Wall Street. The big boys, the big bankers, and all the people that, you know, the wealthy elite. Because see, here's the thing. We've been taught there's rich, middle class, and poor. But there's another class of rich, which is the wealthy elites. All right? And they own all the assets. They own everything. Just think about it. When we went to Vegas and we stayed in our hotel, we didn't own the hotel. Some wealthy, well-owned hotel that we paid money to stay in. The restaurants that you go and patronize, right? Like, who owns all this stuff that we spend? Or who owns the grocery stores? Who owns the gas stations? Like, these are assets. Wealthy people are huge at buying and accumulating assets. And never before have we had an asset where you can actually, the entry point has been so low. The entry point to Bitcoin, you can buy Bitcoin for 50 cents.
50 cents. I just did it.
50 cents.
86 cents.
Yeah, does it make you go 86 cents? Yeah, $1. All right? You can go out and try to buy a piece of real estate. You can't go buy, you gotta come up with a 20% down payment, all right, to leverage the property. Silver, to buy a piece of silver right now, I think that's about what, 30, last I checked, it's like $30 an ounce.
Like 37
right? So then that's just the price. You gotta pay above spot, that's the spot price. So if it's $30 an ounce, all right, you got to pay above the spot price, and there's a spot price premium of about $5. So you and if you want to hold it, which you should, you got to pay shipping and handling from the company you buy it from. So you're gonna end up paying $38 to $40 for an ounce of silver.
For an ounce of silver,
right? You can buy Bitcoin for $1.
Period.
$1.
Ain't no excuses.
There's no excuse for you not to have a piece of this asset.
Ain't no excuse. And it's a finite asset, people. I want y'all to understand it, right? When we say finite, scarce, right? Just picture a black diamond. They rare.
Actually, they're not.
Oh, black diamonds ain't rare?
Well, listen. Gold and diamonds, we've been taught.
Oh, we've been taught.
That diamonds and gold are rare.
Right. But just
they're not rare.
Just picture something, right? I'm just, because I think a lot of people think black diamonds is rare. We're going to get into that, right? But I want y'all to just picture, like, your mom, your woman, your kids. Y'all consider them assets, right? Now, peep this. Bitcoin, one of the most scarcest finite assets. Do y'all know what that means, right? That means once this asset is fully gone, it don't do nothing but just keep going up. Like, that's how it's going to keep doing. It's keep going up. I mean, of course you're going to suffer volatility. I want people to understand this too. When you see volatility is when, like, you probably, say for instance, you put $10 in and you see it go down to 6 or 7. The average person, that's volatility. They're going to run from that. No. You feed it. You feed it. You put more to it.
Yeah.
Because
So let's put our casino mind on just for a second. For all those who like to go to the casino. If you went to the casino and you put $100 in a slot machine and you lose $10, what you gonna do? You gonna get up and leave? No, you're not.
You're gonna keep playing.
You're gonna keep playing. You're gonna play another $10. You're gonna play another $10. Trying to get that money back, right? Trying to get back, all right? Man, right? So if that's our mentality in the casino, why do we have a different mentality when we actually buy an asset that can go up in value? Because what he was alluding to, what Block was alluding to, was you put your money into something and you see it go down and you get fearful and you get shaken out of your position, all right? And then guess what happened? A week later, you see it go up. You say, dang it.
Pissed.
And so many people do this. And this is why you have to understand what you hold. Bitcoin is a very volatile asset. But volatility is good. Michael Saylor has found out that volatility is really good. And there's some really good products out there that's trading off of the vol. I don't want to get too technical, sorry.
Because
they're trading off the volatility and making some real good profits doing so. But you got to understand what you hold. You can't just dive in expecting to get rich, and then when Bitcoin goes down, because it will, right? Bitcoin, like especially in a bull run, we saw Bitcoin run all the way up to 100,000 and then correct back down to like 77.
We ain't panicked. What we do?
We were loving it.
We was fed the beast.
Man, we bought that dip like a mother sucker, man. I was looking around the house, man. I was picking up my, going between my couches and trying to find pennies, and I'm just kidding.
Because what we doing, right, what we giving y'all, right, like me, I tell a lot of, like, because my background, like, I'm from the streets, literally, like, so say trap down, all that, like, so me, I just tell anybody, like you gotta look at it like this, right, street guys. Use Bitcoin as your shoebox. And I say this proudly because what you do as a shoebox, you save money in the shoebox, right? But I want all my street guys to understand this, right? If you got money in the shoebox right now, please get rid of it. Because say you got 300,000, 200,000, 100,000 put up in the shoebox. It looked like 100,000. It looked like 200,000. It looked like but it won't spin like 300,000. Y'all know why? Inflation. So basically what inflation is, right? They can keep printing money. How valuable is something that they can keep printing? That's what money is. Do y'all understand that money is magic? They print that stuff out of like this. Like, hold on, look, right now. Close your eyes. There go 30 million, just got printed. That's what money is. Bitcoin is not that. That's why I tell you your shoebox. So basically, when you DCA into your shoebox, DCA is dollar cost average. That means, in my layman's terms, a Louis purse Bitcoin. What's a Louis purse? 2,200. But 2,200 in Bitcoin, you know what that is? Even if you don't put nothing else into it, you got to look at this like this, right? If your life ain't an asset, you always going to be somebody else's liability. That's what Louis is. You're not an asset to Louis Vuitton. You're not an asset to product. You are a consumer. And with Bitcoin, right, this take you out of that consumer mindset and put you into the investor mindset. Because the world is not going to be poor, middle, rich, elite. It's only going to be two people. Either you an investor in this new technology or you're going to be a consumer of this new technology. Our job is to take every one of y'all out of a consumer mindset. Consumers feed. I want you to take that same hunger, but feed Bitcoin. Feed Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Feed Bitcoin.
Feed it.
Feed it.
You hit on something about the classes. I remember growing up, I used to always hear my mom talk about the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Now back then, like the classes were very distinct. You had the rich, the middle class, and then you had the poor. It was very distinct.
You could tell the difference.
You could tell the difference. I'm telling y'all right now today, okay, do not miss what I'm getting ready to tell you. The middle class is being wiped out. He said it's only going to be two classes. It's going to be the haves and the have-nots. The middle class is being wiped out, is being pushed and consolidated with the poor. All right? Listen, there's a lot of people out here today that's working your hind parts off, trying to make ends meet, trying to get ahead. And you frustrated because you like, man, I'm doing all the right things, and why am I not getting ahead?
Inflation.
What in the heck is going on? And you scratching your head and you can't understand what's going on. I don't know if you can really see this picture, but in this picture, in this Bitcoin, it's $1 that's burning. Okay, it's the dollar is burning, and so they are printing, and our government has printed so much. It doesn't matter who has been or who is in the White House, who will be in the White House. We're past the point. We're past escape velocity. We're at a point of no return. There is no way out of the mess that we have created. Not we, but the government and the wealthy elites have created. There's no way out of it. The only way to pay Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, to pay for our defense spending, the only way to pay for that stuff is to print money. The United States of America is broke.
Broke. Do y'all understand what
All
I'm
of
saying?
these governments around the world, they are broke. They are broke. And the only way that they are being able to sustain is by printing money. You go to work and you give your time, energy, and effort. All right? In return, your employer gives you fiat currency. So you trade your time, energy, and effort in a currency that they're intentionally debasing. So just like he said, that money that's in that shoebox or that money that's in your bank account, when you look at it, you're like, oh, I got 10,000 in there. I'm good. And you check it tomorrow, I got 10,000 in there, I'm good. That 10,000 isn't 10,000 anymore. It's more like 7,000. It's more like 8,000 because it doesn't have the same buying power. How many times have you gone to the grocery store, looked at your grocery bill, and you looked at your cart, and you're like, what the heck did I buy? Because I ain't got much in my cart. Go to the gas station. Your rent keeps going up. Like, this is not stopping people.
It's stopping people.
This is why we got to teach you my man Rustin from Simply Bitcoin, the sound money gospel is Bitcoin. It's sound money. Fiat currency is backed by nothing. It's trash. Go to YouTube and go look up Jerome Powell print money. You got the Federal Reserve Chairman of the United States on a nationally syndicated program on 60 Minutes telling the world that we print money out of thin air.
Period. What they tell y'all? Like, and we're not sitting here like people. We're not doing this.
And so it's my thing is, yes, why would you work to save in a currency that they're devaluing?
It's zombie money, people. Y'all know what zombies is, right? And this is my analogy because I know a lot of people. You know, Marty very technical, and y'all understand what he's saying. But I want y'all to look at this, right? Everybody done seen The Walking Dead, right? Zombies. What is zombies? People that died that came back to life. Money is zombie, people. The dollar being dead. The government keeps it alive by printing. So the average person that don't know no better, you see value in the fiat. That's why you see people like who work, I make $125 an hour. I make $150 an hour. But you still broke. Because at the end of the day, it's this, right? It's not the food that's getting expensive, it's the money that's getting expensive. If that makes sense. If I ain't making sense, tell me. But it's not the food that's getting expensive.
Inflation is hard to understand.
It's the money that's getting expensive, people.
It's hard to, inflation is very hard. It took me a long time to understand inflation. I'm like, no, the prices are going up. No, the money is getting worse.
The
prices are going up. No, the money is getting worse, MJ. It took me a long time to wrap my head around it. So if it take you a minute to wrap it, I get it.
Cash is trash.
I totally get it.
I learned that from him too, y'all. Cash is trash.
The moment, I'm gonna go back to the moment I saw, this was about 4 years ago. Look it up. Go, please do yourself a favor. It's a 30-second clip. All right, 30 seconds. All right, do yourself a favor. Go to YouTube and type in Jerome Powell, Prince Money. When I saw that, you know what I did? The very next day I went to the bank. I said, close my bank account. Give me my money. Give me my money. I'm putting all my money in Bitcoin. And it was funny because I never forget the look on my banker's face. All right, Bitcoin, that's a scam. All right, and you know, like years later, and I went in there. I'm like, you know, I showed her. I said, hey, you into Bitcoin yet? That stuff is funny. I said, well, I'm just here to show you. I don't want to say I told you, but my Bitcoin was up 100%. 100%. Right?
That's the
freaking great decision. But here's the thing. If I would have kept my money in that savings, what is a savings account? I don't know, 0.00. Banks are, oh my God.
Scams. We gonna get it. Listen.
We'll get into that stuff in a later episode. We're gonna tell you how you got debanked.
I got debanked. I give y'all my story. I got debanked.
We're gonna save that. I'm
gonna tell y'all, right, I just want like the whole idea for this podcast, right, before we go, because we're gonna leave y'all on this, right? Like, this is what I want everybody to understand with Bitcoin, right? Time. How valuable is time to you? If time valuable, right, you'll be buying Bitcoin. And I said to say this, right? If you don't do it for you, if you got kids, do it for them. If you don't got kids, you got a future. Everybody out there got an equal opportunity, right, to get a real piece of what's going on. This is the American dream right here, baby. This is the American dream. But I want everybody to understand this, right? What he said. I don't care if your car on E, get off zero.
Get off of zero.
Listen. Take $1, even if it's just $1. If you ain't got Apple Pay, if you ain't got Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, you can buy those before you even get to what the Coinbase and the Kraken. I ain't gonna introduce you to them yet because I know for sure 98% of my viewers, y'all put your phone when y'all pay for something. You can buy Bitcoin, people. Get off zero. Like, I want you to really stack those Satoshis like your life depends on it because what's coming, we giving y'all what's coming. I ain't scared of lying to you.
It ain't even coming no more, Block.
It's here.
It's here.
But a lot of people don't understand what's it because they still distracted. The Diddy, listen, anything they put in front of you when you consume it, you ain't getting nothing from it, that's a distraction. That's a distraction. Anything that's put in front of you, if you won't get nothing from it, it's a distraction. Period, point, blank.
That's deep.
This Bitcoin and Bourbon, people, this ain't, I'm really like, I'm an advocate on this, and like, I'm speaking, and this is my dream, this is my seminar, like, all my kids, like, our whole house, we own Bitcoin bad because of this, man. I want y'all to understand how vital this is. People that be in the gym with me, y'all understand, like my dogs on my live, I done told y'all this, right? Quit playing. Your biggest thing, right? You don't want to be a person that know you have something inside you and you sat back and did nothing. That's what Bitcoin is. You did nothing. Get off zero. That's all I want you to do. Get off zero. And listen, we also got services we provide. We're like, we're big into God before anything. Yes, Make sure your relationship with God is intact. Yep. Because like, that's big to me.
It don't matter how much money you make.
You gotta have a relationship with the Most High.
If you ain't right with the provider, then it'll be all for naught. And so that's first and foremost. Every day we wake up and we want to make sure that we please God first and foremost.
Because that's our journey.
That's our journey.
We giving that to y'all because of this man. Like, you gonna see us give each other a lot of accolades because he brought something out of me that I ain't know I had in me.
Iron sharpens iron, man.
That he ain't know he had in it because iron sharpens iron. That's what we're doing with our ecosystem. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you don't know Bitcoin. If anything, I'm gonna look at you in disappointment because why you ain't off zero? Why Jordan's liability?
I'm gonna tell you something that my brother, when I was talking with him and orange pilling him, like, bro, you gotta get this Bitcoin in. He made a very, very important point. He said, bro, he's like, most people don't know anything about investing, period, before Bitcoin even came available. I'm like, Man, that
That's
is
dope.
true. Like before Bitcoin, how many people was investing in stocks?
That's what we
How many
call it.
people were investing in silver or gold or buying real estate?
That's what we
And so
call
my
it.
point is this, guys. My point is this.